Hi, I'm Daniel and welcome to this week's episode. If Battlefield was a squirrel, this next one would be about its nuts. Because it hides them away for winter, you filthy bunch. Battlefield Hardline has been turning heads despite the beta starting only a few days ago, and its developer Visceral has apparently hidden some fun little animations for eagle-eyed players. From using the Force to getting an extra helping hand, literally, videos are emerging of some cool reload animations. The animations have a 1 in 10,000 chance of being triggered, but only on a dry reload, so spend those bullets, kids. Some animations are cooler than others, but each weapon has different ones, some amusing, some surprising, and some just plain awesome. And they aren't just confined to reloads either. One player has discovered that when playing as a criminal and spotting an enemy police unit, sometimes the player's avatar will flip the bird rather than show the usual animation. Tony Giordini, the game's animation director, explained in a video he made shortly after the animation he personally worked on was found that there are plenty more hidden animations to find in various ways, and that he even lost a bet over whose animation would be found first, not expecting them to be found as quick as they were. Turns out Battlefield players go hard then, as many more secrets and videos are coming out at the moment. Have you found any just yet? Let us know in the comments and upload your videos for us to see. Now, some zombie squirrel nuts. Still talking about food here, guys. Dying Light is another newly released title with a lot of secrets. Players have been finding references to other games, pop culture, and myth and legends strewn throughout the game and posting videos online. Ranging from an Excalibur-like sword in the stone, or rather sword in the zombie in this case, a secret Mario level, Link's hero sword, and more, the game is packed to the brim with secrets. The game even includes a Destiny loot cave, and you can really tell that developer Techland have put their work in and know the audience well. The game has been out a little over a week now and is receiving positive reviews from both critics and players alike, putting to rest fears that this new title is simply a sequel or reimagining of the developer's last game, Dead Island, and putting a line between the two games. Though there has been a delay in releasing retail copies of the game in Europe, it is coming, so don't worry. In the meantime, the game is available digitally from various outlets and virtual locations with no solid word on a box copy release date just yet, but I'm not sure I can wait long enough, I want it now. Nintendo doesn't like sharing its nuts with the other squirrels. There's been a bunch of internet backlash as Nintendo further revealed their YouTube partnership program. The company recently announced that any monetized YouTube videos featuring their games will not receive their usual ad revenue of 60%, instead going to Nintendo. Videos can be sent to the company for approval as part of their program, but only approved videos will receive any revenue, around 40%, while unapproved videos will see their 60% drop straight into Nintendo's pocket. Some well-known YouTube faces are against the program and have spoken out. Omreka tweeted, "Nintendo really needs to reevaluate their stance on YouTube side monetization. It's held back a lot of people I know from making videos." PewDiePie wrote in a blog post about the decision, "What they are missing out on completely is the free exposure and publicity that they get from YouTube. What better way to sell or market a game than from watching someone else, that you like, playing it and enjoying themselves? This is why a tiny one-man indie game like Minecraft could grow into a $2.5 billion deal. That's $2.5 billion, made possible largely because of the exposure it got from YouTube." Despite the backlash, it seems many have been using the service, with Nintendo reporting upwards of 72 hours response time approving videos with their content. Essentially, Nintendo is punishing fans by removing their ad revenue either in part or in whole, and giving a smaller chunk back for content they agree with. So, if you don't like Nintendo or something they're doing, and you make any money off of YouTube, then you'd better keep your opinions to yourself, because the corporation is watching. Now for nuts of legend, nuts hidden long ago, waiting to be discovered by a brave squirrel bearing the stick of truth. Didn't get enough of the South Park RPG? Me either. But there's a rumour flying around that developer Obsidian is attempting to persuade publisher Ubisoft that DLC for the game would be a good idea. It's been almost a year since the game was released, so it may sound strange that it's only just now that DLC is in discussion, but there are good reasons. The game was originally being published by THQ, but the company sadly saw its demise in 2012. The Obsidian team continued development and it was eventually picked up by Ubisoft, but the development was so tumultuous many involved are simply happy it's now over. Obsidian CEO Fergus Urquhart said of the experience, "After all of the stress of the game, getting done and changing publishers, I think everyone sort of needed a hug." But the team had ideas for DLC and may be ready to revisit them now. All they have to do is convince Ubisoft, who are described as being done with South Park. So get yourselves on Twitter and the like and tell Ubisoft what you think. I'm thinking Princess Kenny Adventures. And you don't have to be nuts to work here, but it helps. There's a Sims 4 expansion coming in May, and it sounds really, really cool. Called Get to Work, the pack will allow players to follow their Sims to certain jobs and actually be involved in their workday. You'll be able to spend your day as an emergency room doctor, a scientist, an entrepreneur, or a police detective. The entrepreneur role will allow players to open any kind of retail business, and build mode will allow you to build it from the ground up, an exciting prospect for many players I know. This will also be a supplement to the other roles, meaning you can be a flower boutique owner by day and a crime-solving detective by night. There's a show in there somewhere, Bouquet of Justice. I'm particularly excited by the scientist role, which, according to EA, will see players create crazy inventions, collect unique specimens to craft diabolical creations like the Simray, and decide whether you'll use your inventions for good or to torment your fellow Sims. Torment a Sim with a Simray? Sounds like fun. The expansion will also see aliens enter the fray. They will appear as normal Sims, but it is up to the player to discern who is out of this world or that world, the Sims world. Simville, Simtopia, SimCity, Simton. The expansion has an April release date, and no, still no toddlers, guys, but don't give up hope. That's your lot, don't be greedy. What will your Sims be? What do you think about Nintendo's YouTube strategy? And would you like to see some South Park DLC? Tell us all this and more in your comments below. Tickle the unicorn to subscribe. You can click this magic box in my hands to open its mysteries and watch our last amazing video. Don't forget to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. See you next time.